The Second Northern War. Nilfgaard has burned their way north, and Aedirn is in flames. And in the middle of all this, there is an abandoned hut with a scorched thatch roof. For a burning kingdom, this might seem normal, but around the hut there was plenty of dried fruit and mushrooms, which, considering there was a famine going on, is a sign that something is not completely alright. When Meave's army passed through Aedirn, they noticed this as well, and on the advice of Gascon, Meave sent 3 infantrymen to investigate. Everything was silent, until it was broken by a blood-curdling growl. As the soldiers ran out in panic, Meave drew her sword, for she was convinced monsters would come charging out of the hut. But instead, a shaggy dog with a torn scrap of fabric clutched in its teeth appeared. The soldiers were embarrassed by the fact that they had just been driven off by a dog.
Milady,
one of the soldiers began, his face red with embarrassment and his hands covering a hole in his breeches.
was dark as a well inside, and that hound, it jumped out at us all of a sudden, biting it and snapping.
Bad boy,
Gascon said with a smile, then pulled a hunk of dried sausage from his bag. Bought by this generous offering, the dog calmed down at once. Further examination showed the dog was the hut's only resident. Like many others in Aedirn, its owners had disappeared without a trace. Their loyal mutt still guarded the premises, waiting for his master's return.
let's take him with us.
Gascon said.
Otherwise, he'll die here, of his own hunger or someone else's.
A watchful sentry like this could prove useful in our camp.
Said the Queen.
Fine, he can join. But he shall need a name.
How about Reynard?
Proposed Gascon, a cheeky grin smeared across his face.
That way, he'll come when you call, sit on command, and always be a heel. Always heel, that is.
Watch your words,
Said Reynard, hand tightly gripping the hilt of his sword.
or you'll learn I'm not at all as tame as you believe.
Enough, both of you. That's an order. As for you,
The Queen took a good look at the dog, who still had a scrap of fabric in his teeth.
since it seems you've a taste for the cloth of the nether regions, I dub you Knickers. Will that do?
The dog wagged its tail vigorously, as if thoroughly pleased with its new name. Meave's company marched off, a furry new recruit richer.
And so, Knickers joined Meave's army, being her most loyal follower. As I have to mention that Thronebreaker as a game can be summarized as that game where everyone betrays you in some way, shape or form. And that is actually almost everyone. They all have their hidden secrets and plans. They may try to do it for your benefit or for their own. The only one who will stay loyal to you is Knickers. Knickers was a very polite dog most of the time. He would walk next to soldiers, shake paws with them, and on a good day he might even listen and sit down when instructed to do so. The likelihood of him doing so growing exponentially if he is given a good scratching behind his ears. One day Knickers smelled something. A scent lured him away from the Lyrian retinue and towards a pitch black cave. Knickers wasn't sure if he should enter, but the scent was just too appetizing, and after pondering for a moment, he licked his snout and went in. Knickers had decided that the world belonged to the brave, and he was one of them. Knickers ran through the cave, eating all the treats he could find in there. He was clever enough to never pass through the same tunnel twice, for shadows were hidden all around him in the cave. But, as he's a very good boy, nothing happens to him, and he returned safely to the Lyrians and Queen Meave, his belly filled with treats. Knickers fought bravely alongside Meave on the battlefield, and stayed with her at least until she regained her kingdom. And I like to assume that Knickers lived out the rest of his days as a royal dog, being loved and taken care of by his own personal servants, whose Knickers he was always allowed to bite whenever he wanted. Till next video. Bye.